Hello, welcome back to some more infection-free zone, the prologue. So I'm kind of torn with what I want to do with this game because, or the prologue, the demo, whatever you want to call it. The problem is that I can only play 8 days. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Whenever we get new maps or something, that's great. But it's not really helpful because, like, yeah, I can go look around the map. I can go do whatever I want. You know, I can go type stuff in and like look at things, stuff like that. But I can't change the map. I can't do anything I want to do. So I kind of was in a place where I was like, well, I don't know what to do with it. And we're just going to leave it alone. Like, I could just start cranking the difficulty up, but I just don't see a reason to do that. So other than just to say, oh, look at how hard it was when I beat it, right? And I'm not into that. I'm more into having fun with the game and having a good time and stuff like that. However, the devs have come out and made an update for the prologue. So this came out 4 days ago. Sorry, I didn't get to it sooner. I've been busy doing things, fixing my lawnmower, you know, stuff like that. So what I want to do is we're going to go ahead. We'll start. Look for food. So and it is what it is, but it's the unfortunately it's just the same thing over and over again. And there's not much you can do about it, right? It's kind of the way it works. Oh, so these are broken again. So uh it is what it is. Like I don't want to be like, oh, it's, you know, I don't want to be like, oh, like, how dare you guys not give us the game? Like, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, right? Because they want to get the game out, they want people to be able to have the game and be able to play with it, but at the same time, there was a Kickstarter program, there were some other things, and they can't just give me access to art, you know, and I don't mean me, but us, like the people that didn't back it on Kickstarter. They can't just start giving out access to everyone, because then they start breaking the Kickstarter stuff that they set out, and so they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I get that, but it just sucks. You know what? I'm gonna go check all these car places and then not find any car things. Because I keep doing that, because why not? Alright, let's do that. Alright, so let's go do that. So we're going to let them go out and kind of start looking around. We're on that place. So, Infection Free Zone Prologue was downloaded over 100,000 times. During the peak, 5,120 players played the Prologue at the very same time. There amassed nearly 1,000 reviews on Steam, with 98 or 89% being positive, which is all good stuff. So they're actually happy in result and wait for thank you and incredible engagement. The prologue means the world to us. So upcoming update save system. We're going through reviews. Can easily see the few features are highest priority for most of you. One of them is a save system. We are officially announced it's planned to update prologue and add the possibility of saving the game for all players. While we don't have the exact date of this update yet, expect to save your game around 2 weeks from today. So hopefully about a week from now, a week and a half from now, we'll be able to save and load. Somebody found a car. There you go. There's a car. Oh, there's 2 cars over there. So that in and of itself will be a good thing to have. That was probably one of the biggest things, and one of the things I checked every single time. Then they get into a DLC supporter pack. So it's a way for people to kind of get here. Let me pause this real quick and tab out. I gotta scroll down. It's a way for people to basically support the game and gain a better access to it. If that, I guess, is the best way to do it. So I'll read you what it says, and then we'll discuss it. So another request appearing most often is the ability to play for more than 8 days. We won't lie, the issue is more complicated on our side. On one hand, we fully understand that Simple have played all the demos in the past, and they want to play for longer. On the other hand, we feel like it wouldn't be fair to all the backers who supported Infection-Free Zone in the past on Kickstarter and other platforms. Which is exactly, like, it makes sense. Like, I get it. I completely understand their want to not, have to break their promises, right? All right, let's see. Let me get here. I probably should have had one of those guys clear all these bases out. Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. This is why we want to discuss the idea of running a supporter pack on DLC Infection-Free Zone Prologue with you. Key points. The DLC would be meant as a way of joining the community of supporters who have funded the development of the game. I'm perfectly fine with that. The DLC would allow the players Infection-Free Zone Prologue for a unlimited number of days and would cost $6.99. So $7. Basically, you buy $7 or pay $7 into the Prologue, which is just a Prologue. This is a demo. It's not the real game. This was never meant as a way to make money. This was meant as a way for them to let people see the game, right? To see the demo. So having somebody put in a supporter pack of $6.99 into something that will never be the game isn't a good thing, right? On Infection-Free Zone's launch, the owners of the DLC would receive an exclusive launch discount, which would reduce the cost of the base game for them. Okay, so you basically put in a little bit of money early, and you get a discount later. I'm gonna buy the game either way. It doesn't matter. I promise you guys, if y'all release this, I'm buying it. It's not a question. I love this game. I love the idea of this game. I love everything about this game so far. I'm going to do whatever I can to help support it. And if, spending a few dollars here or there on it, I promise you I'll pick it up. So let me go ahead. Let me go. Sun's getting low. That's fine. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to go get a station wagon and a Crown Vic. That's what's going to happen. Let's see. Mind you, while the DLC would unlock an unlimited number of days for the Prologue, it would still miss several features from the full game. It would be able to play for more days, working on your zone defending against Infected, but without new events occurring. Let us know what you think about this idea, if you like it, if you don't, and why. If we keep listening to the community and we want the decision to make their players happy. So I will say, for me, I'm perfectly fine with this. They're being very transparent with it, and I think it's a great idea. If at all possible, where I could basically back their Kickstarter today, I would. It wouldn't be a question. I'm one of I often have regrets, especially with Kickstarter, when I see games afterwards, because I don't watch Kickstarter as much as I should, and not having been able to back games that I really would have loved to back. This game being one of those. Anything I can do to help, I'm all for it. Now that being said, I have a feeling they're probably going to catch some backlash from this. I don't think they should. I think they're being very transparent. I think that people are going to get mad that they have to pay $7 to unlock the unlimited number of days. But I don't think that's a bad thing. It would be different if they didn't come out beforehand and say, hey, what do you guys think? Is this good or bad? And honestly, as long as the discount when the game comes out is better than the $7, then I don't have a problem with it. Like if you get $7, you give them $7 now, and then when the game comes out, I don't know how much the game's going to be. But if it comes out and the game is, let's say the game's $20 and you get 50% discount, so it knocks $10 off. You know, I don't have a problem at all with this. Now, where they're going to run into an issue is if you guys, hey, would you guys freaking, yeah, no crap, you're losing people because you're stupid and you won't get selected. You guys are stupid. I guess I should have just paused it. That had probably been a better plan to do that. Now, the problem is I've got infected over there. I need to get these guys. Just go stand in that building for a minute. We'll get them in there. Get that group of infected taken out. And like I said, at this point, I'm not really worried about it because the grand scheme of things, there's no real reason for me to have to worry about the group of people here, right? Like after 8 days, like it just goes away, so I'm not worried about it. So being able to play for longer, being able to save the game, being able to do stuff like that. Okay, you guys are just going to be a freaking pain, aren't you? It'll all be helpful. So I'm all for it. I'm all for different things. There's also a thing where when you first start, they give you access to some special stuff. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't figured out what it gives me access to, but there's supposed to be extra content that's added if you. Hey, why are you guys still in here? Hey, get out of the car, you idiots! Sometimes they just like, and sometimes it's just how it clicks and it doesn't click right sometimes. Um, so it's just something wrong with the way the game interacts or something. It's hard to describe. It seems like I'm clicking in the right place, but like it's a little bit off. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying the game. You guys have seen me beat this thing several times if you've watched the other videos. I don't really want to just drag this out just to drag it out. I just kind of wanted to go over some of the information that we have with that patch, or what the I'm just hitting every button except for the one I want. The update from the devs there, and I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to anything new that can happen, anything updates for the game, making the game better. I'm all for the devs doing something that allows them to be able to follow their dream and be able to continue doing the stuff that they need to do. And that's really the trick, right? It's how they can get their support and how they can get their the stuff that they need. And to me, that's the important thing, is being able to get the support that they need and be able to get and follow through with their promises. I think anybody that's being transparent, that's being forthright with the information, and is literally putting it out and saying, hey, this is what we're looking at, this is the idea, what do you guys think? Is this too much? Is it too little? Like, honestly, like, hell, at that point I'd be fine with giving them $20 and then getting the game free later. There's a lot of it that I could probably get away with, and I would be fine with. I would, you know, and I understand that they can't really just give access to everybody, because that starts breaking the promises they made at Kickstarter. Then the people that have backed it earlier, uh, you know, kind of feel that they've gotten cheated out of it or something, and I don't want that to happen, because I would feel upset if I had paid for early access to something, and then once they're like, oh well, you know, let's just give early access to everybody, because they paid for that, and I don't want to be like, I get upset when I pay for early access for exclusive thing, and then later it magically turns out where, oh, anybody can get it, right? Prime example of that, Grand Theft Auto Online, right? Uh, I paid very early. I've been playing that game forever. I bought the collector's edition. I bought all the stuff. And then there was cars that you had to have basically special access to get. And then later they just opened it to everybody. So now everybody can have those cars. And it makes me sad. I'm like, that's supposed to be my car. And it's just one of those things. It's just, you know, it was something special. So in the long run of things, it doesn't really change anything. But it's just one of those things that, okay, like, yeah, it's just being quite difficult. I saw a car over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let's go get that car. But yeah, so in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. The ultimate goal is to just have the game kind of work and be able to get the stuff that they need. And that's really the big trick, is to what's best for the development of the game. So I'm sorry, I'm rambling, and it is what it is. It's a touchy subject, and there's a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions involved in it. In the grand scheme of things, I'm all for whatever does the game better. I'm you know, early access stuff like that. I'm all for it. But I understand that they have other restrictions on their limits also. So that being said, if you have feelings one way or the other, let's throw them down in the comments. Let's keep it civil. Let's respect other people's um, opinions, because that's what they are. Their opinions. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So hopefully, if y'all have any other questions about stuff, if you like the videos, you know, make throw a like on it. If you don't, you know what to do. And then you have the old subscribe button down there to help and make sure that you get updated with other information. But with that, we're going to go ahead and leave. I don't think we need to push through just to push through. And then we'll just kind of, oh, good. It would be nice if these guys at some point didn't always shoot at me. They're just walking by. Yeah. Okay. You're just gonna. All right. Cool. Easy enough. But with that, you guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon.